Yo, we live. You're now listening to Volume 88 of the Bucket Up Podcast. Here with your boy Ty Doyle, aka DJ Buttersauce, aka Ty Latte, aka your mom fly me out when she needs something, I don't know, from me. And I'm here as always with the kid. JB, what's good?
Yo, it's me, the kid JB. I could have been right last week, aka Mr. Told You So, not because I'm always right. But shit, when I am, I'm tending to like, yo, hey, I'm over here and I'm telling you so that I was right. But I'm refreshed. I got a massage yesterday. A discounted one. So shouts to, first time purchases, first time customer deals. I'm always about that discount life. You know what I'm saying? Um, but I'm also excited because we back on the mics when we took a little bit of a week off. So shouts to the buckets for putting up with us and sorry for the delay. Hopefully you guys did some catching up to do. First time ever my phone's ringing on the pod. My bad. How was your weekend, son?
Yeah, you got the little background music in between our background music, I guess. My weekend, bro, it was good. I mean, I guess we didn't do the pod last week because the boy went back home. I went to New York, Rochester, New York. That is, had to go back for a wedding. Shouts out to Brittany and Spencer. They got
Brr, brr, brr.
married.
Shouts to marriage.
Yeah, bro, they got married not this weekend, last weekend. We pretty much flew in Thursday night into Friday morning, and then immediately drove to Lake George. Had to get tuxes fitted, all the good shit like that. Got an Airbnb with some of my homies from high school. That was out there. That was really really nice. It's weird because it's like the Airbnb was like super nice, but it was in like a sketchy part of Lake George, if that sounds wild.
I mean, to me, that's just like more woods, right?
Well, it wasn't even. I mean, it wasn't really in the woods. I mean, we were woods ish. Like it was around, obviously, because that's how Lake George is. There's like woods everywhere and shit. If you're not on the lake, you're in the woods. Um, but I don't know. There was like definitely some 8 Mile looking like trailer park type. You know what I'm saying? Shit going on around the Airbnb, but the Airbnb itself was fire. Um, and it was like there's like 10 of us in there, so definitely it was fire. But yeah,
And
no, it was a nice weekend. Got all the festivities. Uh, we did his bachelor party was supposed to happen like 3 weeks before the like wedding, but something happened with his car, so he couldn't like they couldn't really get together or whatever. Which I was, sucks for him, but I was happy because that meant that I could like be a part of it.
it's funny when that happens, right? Like your friend has like a misfortune in an event, but then it kind of like parlays into something good happening to you.
Right, right. Well, not even because it's not like it only, but it was like because I think even he said it was like at least now, it sucks because we had to do it 2 days before his wedding, but we were like, all right, we can at least get drunk with you here.
Yeah, but shouts to that because remember, like I was like back in the day, but based like on movies and stuff, it was always like the bachelor party was always the night before the wedding, right?
All right, yeah. I don't, and I feel like that was always like a lie, right?
And such a stupid idea because then like you're hungover and shit, and you're just like, yo, do we have to do the wedding today?
All right, that was
So
always a lie because I feel like the bride is definitely not about you just doing the damn wedding the day before. And,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And it's like you getting plastered day for your wedding just does not sound like a great idea. Which is
yeah.
funny because yeah, we got super drunk. Uh and my homie Spencer who got married woke up the next day hungover as shit, like was feeling shitty, had to throw up. He was throwing up at night, I guess, and then woke up and had to throw up. And he was going through it to where, we were at the rehearsal and he's like outside the church, like with his head down, like he got the hiccups. And I'm like, yo, he going through it.
And
and
you flash back to the night before. You're like, yeah, bro, just take another shot. You got it.
yeah, everybody was hitting up with shots. my homeboy Andrew hit him up with a double shot at one point of like we don't even know what the hell it was. It was like a mix of like that and beer, and people were going back and forth between the other shit. And it's wild because me and like a couple other friends were already kind of out, and he met us up somewhere because they wanted to take a boat into town, which I still don't get. They had a boat, and he was like, "Yo, we're gonna boat into town." I'm like, "What? Like, how you gonna get the boat into town, my guy? Like, I'm confused by this." But they were like, "Yeah, no, we're gonna boat, dock up into town, and then meet y'all out." I'm like, "I bet if that's possible, I guess."
That sounds pretty fun. My homie had a boat. We used to just like sit on it and not really go anywhere.
Yeah, no, I mean boats are cool. I can't swim, so I'm definitely iffy on them motherfuckers. But yeah, they cool. Um, but yeah, no. So yeah, he met us out, and we were already drinking a little bit, and he, obviously everybody was buying him drinks, so he caught up real quick and was absolutely donezo. It was a fun night though. Uh, the one thing that did happen, which is actually kind of goes into our topics, is I had um an encounter with a drunk person.
Oh, of course. So what
So,
happened?
which I'm sure everybody who's ever been out drinking, yeah, and I'm sure some of us have been this person where like you're kind of just with your friend group, minding your own damn business, and some random person who's drunk as shit just decides to like take up a conversation with you guys. And sometimes it's fun. Sometimes the person ends up being cool as shit, and you're like, "Yo, this was random as hell," but you know what I mean. It worked out. And then sometimes you get stuck in something that you don't really be about, and that's literally what happened. Some fucking dude, his name was Barney, fucking Barney, comes
Sounds problematic already.
right. He comes up, and he just starts talking to us. We're all in a circle, and we're chilling at this bar, and he just comes up and he's like, "Oh," starts introducing himself, asking us stuff. We're like, "All right, cool." Random drunk dude. He's drunk as shit, obviously. But then he was like, "Yeah, I'm on my last feeling." We're like, "What?" And then he just kept asking us, "Hey, if you got one feeling left, what are you gonna do with it?" And we're like, "What the fuck does that mean?" And so we're thinking like he means like, "Oh, you got one feeling left in life. You know what I mean? You got to do something." So first we answer it like sincerely, like, "Oh, I don't know, like, you know what I'm saying, like, be with somebody I love or something like that." But then he asked it again. We're like, okay. And then he asked it like 80 more times, and I'm not even lying. Like he just kept doing it. And then at that point, like my people in my friend group were just like giving them wild answers just to try to see if it throw them off. You know what I'm saying? They're
One
just
more feeling. It's
like if
like,
you had one feeling, and my one friend's like, "Yo, I kill them all, fam." He just looked at him crazy, and he's like, "What?" And then like there's some stuff said that I don't even want to share on the pod because it was wild. And he still stayed there. And this dude at one point he's gone. He has like I don't know. He was drinking like a Grey Goose and
how old was
and
he?
like he had to be like 70s. Oh, he
Okay.
was like low key flexing on this dude. He was like, yeah, so I work in roofing and I definitely done like over 2 million in my life or something like that, 200 million in my life. And we're like, okay, like good, like nice flex, bro. And
200 million?
yeah, that's what he was saying.
What are
Like,
you,
all right,
Jerry Seinfeld?
right. And he was talking about how the chick he was with, and he was like, yeah, I love chubby chicks and blowjobs. And we're like, okay.
What? Dude, I hate
Yeah.
like there's yeah, old
And
people.
like, yeah, and then at one point he literally spilled his whole drink on my shoe.
Uh,
And I'm like, this
y'all
fucking
stomp
guy.
him out or what?
And then I'm like, oh shit. And then he left. He was like, let me go find the girl I came with. And we're like, all right, cool. He's gone.
Cause I got
Motherfucker
one more
came.
feeling.
Yeah, the motherfucker came back. And he was like, I just want to know if you got one feeling left. We're like, oh. So at that point, I was just like, fuck this. And I was just like, what? Who? And I just like did that in the middle of the bar and I just dipped. And I just walked away. And then I sat like 8 feet from them while dude was still like talking to him. I was like, I can't do it no more.
That's crazy. Oh, so that's what that Snapchat was about.
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I've definitely gone out drunk before and like have talked to people for probably way too long. And like I think if like the other person was drunk too, it'd probably be cool, and like it ends up being fine. But I do wonder, like, if I was ever like the drunk person rambling about some nonsense, and people are just kind of like placating me because they don't know what the hell to do because I'm drunk as shit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
There's been a couple of times when that happened to me, like, definitely out partying and stuff like that. Recently, I think the one that sticks to mind was one time Joelle and I was out at a restaurant and we were just at the bar kind of kicking it. And I said something like, she asked the guy if they had chamomile tea.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought she said camel milk. And I was like,
Yeah.
camel milk tea? And I was like, I don't know. And then like this dude next to us was like drunk and he was just like, did you say camel milk tea? And then I'm like, yeah. And then that's what I thought it was. And then he's like, no, man, it's camel milk. I was like, thanks. Like, she just said that. And he's just started talking. He's like, well, it's this type of tea. There's these types of tea.
Like
And,
in England they do a Earl Grey. I
and
like that one.
all this shit. I'm just like, man, I don't give a fuck. Like, what? So there's just like that when people are just drunk trying to be nice.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I hate the bars, man. So obviously, like, I haven't gone in a while, but when I did go back in the day, um, usually I was that drunk guy that would randomly talk to people and ask them dumbass questions. So I see it both ways, type of thing. I will say, like I said, when I'm at like family functions or friend events tied to my like good friends, like birthday parties and stuff like that.
Mhm.
The drunker I am, like the more like emotional I'll get,
Oh yeah, for sure.
and just be like, bro, we don't hang out enough, and you're my dog. Don't tell nobody else, but you're my favorite. And I'm sorry that I still owe you money, like that shit. Nah.
Just rating it up like, oh shit, you do still owe me money.
I'm like, word. And then, you know what? I'm gonna tell you, every time I sleep over, I always eat your cereal. So I feel bad about that, and I never tell myself, I never tell on myself, but I am now. But
That's funny though. Yeah, I definitely get had a lot of days in college where I'm like texting everybody on my phone, like, yo, fam, I love you, man. And they're like, yeah, I know. Like, nah, yo, look, hey, I love you, man.
they're like, yeah, yeah, I got it. I'm like, hey,
Like,
you know
nah,
what?
you don't understand what I'm saying, bro. I love you, man.
I'm
They're
like,
like,
yeah, I
nah,
take a
Ty, we
bullet
get
for
it.
you, fam.
Like, nah, Ty, we get it. Like, yeah. And it's like, nah, I don't. You just don't. You not comprehending what's coming out my mouth, fam. Like, on some real G shit from the depths of my soul, fam. I love you, man. And it's like, all right, man. Ty drunk as shit,
My homie,
calling me at like fucking like 1 o'clock on a fucking Saturday.
my homie, one time was like, bro, I love you so much, bro. You know what? I would take a bullet for you. Just watch. And I was like, what? Just watch. Like, nah, wait, why?
Like, nah, like,
Someone's
hold on.
shooting? Wait, hold on. Like, what do you mean? Like, hypothetically, if someone's shooting at us,
Like, watch. Like, you know something?
the rest of the party, I was like, yeah, keep an eye on him, bro. Like,
Like, he was gonna try to, like, take the shot at you and then jump in front of the bullet.
yeah. Or just
Like,
like shoot himself to be like, I did that for you, bro.
it's like, whoa, no, you did not.
I will say, so like, I'm in the stoner circle at this point in my life. Like, I'm not really a drinker, you know what I'm saying? And even
Mhm.
at some of the parties, I was always like kicking it with the stoners because I was getting stoned at parties and often, dabbling in both. But I will say, the debate drunk versus stoned, like, I obviously rather be stoned than drunk. But I will say alcohol provides better conversation courage than being stoned because
Yeah.
there's really nothing progressive coming out of a stoner's mouth at a party,
No.
except like these are the things. He's gonna ask what food places are open and if they deliver. He'll tell you like, bro, isn't it weird that like the music is playing and like sometimes we hear it and sometimes we don't? So it's gonna be like some out of sight random question, or he's just gonna ask you to smoke with him. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I will say drinking does influence your conversation, regardless if it's truthful or not. People are more encouraged to drink, right, or talk. So
Yeah, no, I think I went that like you definitely when you drink it, you kind of feel like just more. You don't have the inhibition, so you just kind of flowing. You saying whatever comes in your mind a little bit more, and you probably loosen up. But I mean, even if you just start smoking, I feel like if you're smoking a little bit, just start, you might loosen up a little bit. But when people are like high as shit, they're way better like there for reactionary purposes. You know what I mean?
yeah, that's true. And also, I feel like so for me, I've been smoking for a while, whatever. And at this point, when I talk, no one's ever like, "Damn, bro, you high as shit." Usually, the thing that causes me to be like, "Man, I'm talking stupid," is because I'm thinking like I thought something was wrong, like I'll do math wrong or
Mm-hmm.
something, or I'll name a character like in a movie different. I'm like, yo, what are you talking about? Didn't Frodo save it in Harry Potter? He's like, no, that's Lord of the Rings, bro.
And
And
you
I'm like,
sitting there just perplexed and shit.
yeah, like,
looking
yeah,
like the girl with the math meme, and you're just like, wait, hold on.
you're right, that type shit. Like, I'll never be like, bro, you think like aliens, we're the aliens at some
Right.
time?
The thing I've only like seen that in movies. Like that's never the case in real life. Like high people are kind of just more quiet because they're fucking high, and they're trying to just like thinking to themselves about how high they are. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
You know, but again, if they're in the moment, like they're definitely more like react. Like they'll laugh like shit to something that wasn't even that funny. Great hype men though. You know what I mean?
yeah, that's true. And that's another thing is like I was noticing it's kind of like when you I've definitely smoked weed and definitely not wanting to be in a position where I was stoned, like it was too close to work or it was at like a social event that like was a little too formal and I shouldn't have, been stoned.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like hours before and I'm like, fuck, it should wear off by then, and then it doesn't wear off, and I'm like,
Oh yeah.
fuck, yeah, I'm high as shit. Um, Same with like brushing your teeth. Like, you ever notice that like you brush your teeth and you're about to eat a fire meal and you're like, damn, I want the minty shit to wear off. Like,
Right, but
come
then like
on.
you think you're good, and then you take a sip of the OJ, and you're like, oh nah, not good.
That or then reverse to that is like you go into a meeting and you're talking and it's early in the morning and you're like, yo, I brush my teeth a lot. Like my shit should smell good. And then it goes away when you want it to be minty and shit. You're
Right,
like, yo, come on, where were you when I was about to have that breakfast burrito?
yeah. That's real shit. Because I think that happens like the people if you brush your teeth, but then you don't drink like water or anything right after it feel like it goes stale or some
Yeah,
shit. You know
that
what I
could be
mean?
true. But anyway, getting back to it. Nah, like so yeah, I think smoking's better than drinking, but I will admit that like a drunk conversation is definitely more entertaining and it can push the needle as annoying though, because then some people would just repeat shit
Right,
over and over again, like you were saying.
right.
But the stoner conversation, like when I talk sports with the homies when we're smoking and shit, they'll just say, random conspiracy theories about like, yo, the NBA finals was rigged, like that type
Yeah.
shit. And then just like, bro, like honestly, like I think Durant's gonna stay in Golden State and Steph's gonna leave, like that type shit.
Shit that can't even happen.
Yeah, right. So
And
like
then
that
you just the other eye would just be with him like, yo, you think so? I didn't even think about that shit.
I will say that that will I will another argument though that goes on is like, yo, if they could just let like smoking weed in a club, they would diffuse so many fights, right?
Oh yeah, I ain't never seen people too high people fight
Never, they're
ever,
never gonna take it to that level, B. They're gonna be like,
ever.
bro, yo, what'd you say about me? That's fucked up. Like, they're not gonna be like,
Like yo, I can't. Yo, how could you do this though?
yo, hey, that was wild disrespectful. So like, I don't appreciate that, but we're not. Nah, I'm not trying to play Madden no more. So.
You're like, you know what? You know more hits from the blunt for you, bro.
Bro, yeah, hey, I'm not sharing my spicy, my fucking. He said, I'm not my red hot funyuns and shit. Like,
Like yeah, like bro, that's wild. We was about to make the Taco Bell run. You no longer invited, fam.
hey, you know what, man? Like, Shit, like I don't even want to go half on a blunt with you, like you said. So that's wild. But then drunk people will be like, "Man, let's fight. What's good then?" You
Maybe
know.
wild, bro. I feel like shit that's obviously accidents. You know what I mean?
Oh, another thing is you ever see when drunk people are playing a video game or something and someone or beer pong and they lose and they flip the table or some shit. And it's stoners, you'll never see that shit like, man, I lost. They're never gonna just take the bong and smash it. They'll just be like,
Nah, they wouldn't.
man.
They'd be like, they lost like 10 minutes ago, and they're like, "Yo, I'm not playing beer pong no more."
Right.
He's like,
Or
"Yeah, bro, you lost the table 10 minutes, b."
yeah, or the stoner just like gets up. He's like, bro, remember when we played beer pong earlier? We lost, man. Oh yeah, I know, dude. So there's wins and losses in both. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. Again, I never really been like. I think obviously the tell is like you're sober around these people and like how annoyed are you, and like I'm never that annoyed if I'm around stoned people, but I'd be annoyed as shit. I've been annoyed as shit being around drunk people, like sober, like ooh.
Well, dude. Another thing, good point to like saying how they're quiet when they're stoned is like another thing. Drunk people tend to, like, be more obnoxious because they're trying to be like show off, or sometimes they're just like start conversation.
That it's that confidence. See, like when you drink, you get a little confident, and so you get a little too confident about some shit you be wrong about.
And
You
then
know
when
what I'm
you
saying?
and then when you're stoned, you kind of like humble yourself. You're like, nah, man, I don't know sports like shit.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. Like you kind of
don't ask
chilling.
me questions. Yeah.
You feel like you're more receptive. You know, you're open minded. Like you drunk, you're like, nah, fam, I'm right about everything. I don't care what happens. That's where I like me and Katie when we get in arguments. Usually is I'm drunk and I'm just saying some wild shit in response to her normal requests. I'm like, nah, why the fuck would I do that? You know what I mean? It's like, yo, Ty, why didn't you close the door when you got out the car? Like, why did like I did close it? And she's like, no, you really didn't. Like, no, yeah, okay. now you my mom, you tell me I can't close the fucking door.
That's like when I'm stoned, Joel will be like, "We did watch this movie. We watched it last night." And I'm like, "Nah, you bugging." Like I'm like, "Nah." She's like, "Yeah, you even asked like why it's like the title is this instead of that, right?"
I'm
But
like, oh shit, that do sound like something I say.
yeah. But yeah, speaking of movies, man, we usually do movie reviews. What I know you've been gone. First of all, uh fucking did you see any movies the last 2 weekends? I know we reviewed Aladdin, but
Yeah, no. So I caught Booksmart the same weekend you did, but we didn't have time to do a review. But I know we were split on it. You say you didn't enjoy the movie as much.
uh no, Booksmart not. And I can't, like I said, I can't tell if we touched on it last time, but
No, we didn't. I checked it.
okay, tight. Well, yeah, the thing about it, man, like I understand it was a coming of age movie, like typical high school, plot line to social outcasts that feel like high school is kind of flown by and they don't feel like they've done enough social engagement when it comes to school itself. They were just focused on the scholastics. So end of the year party, they want to get involved. um I liked it. I thought it was funny. There's definitely really good acting and some good one liners and stuff like that, but I thought some of it was just kind of redundant, and then the wild parts kind of were a little too far-fetched for me. And all in all, I kind of, yeah, just thought it was a female super bad. So uh,
Okay, so it wasn't more so that you didn't think it was a good movie. You just thought it was a little overrated.
and yeah, and then like Rotten Tomatoes giving it 100% was kind of nuts to me.
I
So
think it's at 97 or something now.
well, whatever, that's still insane. But
the
yeah,
thing,
4 out
the
of
thing,
5 bucketheads.
I'm with you. The thing, yeah. See, that's a good ass rating. See, the thing about Rotten Tomatoes too that people don't. That sometimes I gotta remember too for myself is like it's just like they take whoever is like rates the movie, and if they give it a positive rating, like that counts as like that just counts as like one positive rating. You know what I mean? So it's like if everybody's giving it a positive rating, then it's got 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. But that doesn't mean that all those people gave them a 5 out of 10. You know what I mean? That mean like they could have got all 4 out of 10s or like all 3 and 8.8 out of 10s or whatever. You know what I mean? Or not 4 out of 10. All like 8 out of 10s, all 9 out of 10s, 7 out of 10, 6 out of 10 is a positive rating. You know what I mean?
I got you. That's weird.
Right.
That
Yeah.
defeats the purpose out of 10 then.
No, yeah, no. I think it's just more for you to go to and like it's like kind of like how trying to think of a sports reference and a non-sports reference. But like in sports, like how there's like catch-all stats, like PER or some shit like that. I don't know what it is in baseball, but like just a stat that like intakes all the fucking data just to show you that hey, this guy's really good. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like
Right.
that's all it is. It's like it takes in all to be like and I think I try to use it as a floor of more so like if it has a 90 something on Rotten Tomatoes, chances are I'm probably gonna like the movie. You know what I mean? And it doesn't mean I'm gonna think it's the best movie ever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but since that movie, dude, and I've always kind of been like, yo, reviews at the end of the day are just other people going to see the movie.
Right. And that's why again, it's like you my homie, and I'm gonna ask you what you feel about the movie. And if you tell me you like it, I'm like, all right, cool. I know Jesse likes it. And then, but that don't mean that I don't think if I see the movie, like I'm definitely gonna like it because you liked it, or that I'm not gonna like it or I'm gonna like it, or not gonna like it because you didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm
But
gonna ask around,
yeah,
trying to get a feel. You know what I'm saying?
but you're more likely to see it if a bunch of people say like, yeah,
Right.
it's good.
Exactly.
So, but now where I'm at with Rotten Tomatoes is I'm kind of like now I want to go see it on my own accord because I'm like you're kind of bugging with the scores. So let me go see and say like, all
Right.
right, why did you give it a 90% type shit?
Right. I do think, yeah, because recently I've been doing more so of going to see the movie and then checking it out with like seeing how I already feel about the movie and then checking out the Rotten Tomato afterwards. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
That way, because it's like, again, I want to, because I want the movie to be good. And if I don't want to see a movie that's bad, but also I don't want to think that a movie's going to be good and then I go into it and like, you know what I'm saying, it doesn't meet my expectations. But it's like, it was only lofty because I looked at Rotten Tomatoes, you know what I'm saying? But I get why they marketed that shit for themselves because they were like, you know what I'm saying? They were up against, they didn't make that much money as a movie because they were up against so many fucking blockbusters.
Dude, that's definitely been times. There's definitely been times where I've liked a movie, and they're like, "Yo, got like a 30% on Rotten
Oh,
Tomatoes."
for sure. Then everybody likes some bad movies.
Right.
Like you could objectively say like, hey, that movie was dumb or stupid, but like I liked it, so I don't really care. You know what I'm saying?
Uh, so
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
I mean,
I
yeah.
was,
So I mean, like, other than that, the movie itself was like, I don't know. I just like more coming of age, high school movies, especially like I don't know before social media, just because I wasn't in high school
right.
with social media, so it's hard for me to like relate to like what would feel like, you know.
Right. So that's the thing too. I when I was watching it, I liked the movie. I thought it was really good. Um I don't know if I was like I thought it was 100%, obviously, but I thought it was really good. I thought it was funny. I liked it was similar to Superbad, but I like the spins that they did on it because I don't think kids their age or like that are in high school right now are similar. Like they were they weren't really outcast because like people still talk to them and they still hung out with them. Like I feel like if they wanted to go to parties, they could have. They just didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like it
Yeah.
wasn't like I feel like in Superbad and like other coming of age movies, it was like, oh, these people are nerds. No, we not inviting them to parties. But I don't think that's how high schoolers move now. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't.
I think they were trying to implore the fact that like they built that up in themselves and
Right. It was never like their class. Like, as soon as they went out to no spoilers or anything, but like, it felt like their classmates or whatever were receptive to them doing anything like they wanted, which I think it kind of fits mostly with like the way that like my little brother's in high school, and I feel like that's how they move. You know what I'm saying? They're not as clicky. Like it still is, but it isn't. You know what I'm saying?
I will say, yeah, but like back when we were in high school, at least people were mean and was just like, "Yo, why you here?" or some shit, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And girls definitely did that shit, or dudes or whatever, and it made people be like, "Well, yeah, I'm not gonna roll through."
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, in this theme, it kind of made it seem like they built that up in their head, and they were just like,
Right.
nah, they don't want us around. The whole time, the whole crowd was like, nah, y'all could have came through, like,
Right. It was more like they thought they had to focus on stuff that they didn't.
and
I
I
mean, and because
yeah.
everybody else, had basically work life balance, and they didn't. So,
And
but no,
they were just talking about like how like yeah, work life balance is like yo, like I mean, they pretty much also show like, you know, some of the kids was good at school, they just didn't care, or they didn't only
yeah,
care,
they were still good at school, but he was like, yeah, we're gonna have fun too, like you know what I'm saying, that's a good message. But yeah, no, I like to spend on the stuff on certain things. Like obviously there was a little thing, some things that were over the top, but again, I wonder how much of it like we don't relate to just because we're not in high school. And I had a homie who said he didn't want to see the movie because he was like, yeah, I was like, dude, you love Superbad. Why wouldn't you want to see this movie? He was like, because I'm not in high school anymore, so I don't like I don't think this gonna really relate to me enough for me to like care about it. And I still was side eyeing them, but because I'm like, you can still relate to things, and
it's a yeah,
it's also good
nostalgia.
to see like other perspectives of how kids are now in high school. So at least you have some form of reference for it. So you don't
Right.
turn into this generation. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I'm with you. I probably give it like a 4.3 out of 5 bucket hats, something like that.
And
I
that's
like the
weird. That's funny to say that like, well, I'm not in high school anymore. It's like, all right, so if a college movie comes out, you're not gonna watch that shit.
movie. I mean, his reasoning was like valid and shaky at the same time. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like I get it. We might not relate to it as much as if I was in high school, but that don't mean I can't see the movie.
There's a movie coming out about like kids in 6th grade that get their first kiss. I want to see that shit too.
Yeah, like I watched that 8th grade movie, and I'm like, I
Not
don't
in 8th grade.
the way, yeah, not in 8th grade. The way my 8th grade was nothing like that girl's 8th grade, but I'm like, knowing what my 8th grade was like and how today's technology is, and seeing that movie, I'm like, that's exactly how I would imagine it would be if I was in 8th grade and social media was a fucking thing, and like little kids making YouTube videos and like the cringiest YouTube videos you could even imagine. Like I don't want to. I can't rat out Katie or anything like that, but like I'm sure she's had like kids like on YouTube making like rap videos and freestyles. Cause me myself, I remember being in middle school and I was in a rap group, quotation mark. You know what I'm saying? We had raps and was like rapping, and if we had YouTube, then like there'd be so many terrible videos of me rapping on the internet right now, and
That'd be awesome.
that would be terrible.
My friend, yeah, it's funny. My friends like freshman year of high school thought they were in a rap group, and
Mhm.
like it was so funny. They had like a handshake and everything, and like they would, yeah. There was not. We had MySpace though, so they put their songs on MySpace.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like everything from MySpace is wiped away. Like, can you even go find
Nah,
your MySpace? Like, nah, it's gone, bro. They wiped that off the internet. So we all got lucky because that was the height of cringy.
that's funny, man. Yeah, me and my friends had that or like just backyard wrestling. So
Mhm.
we would just beat the shit out of each other just after the school bus.
Right. And so, I got a lot of respect for the younger generation because, or not I mean, it's just like coming up now, like, you know how like they do the whole thing where they like go off and they find some wild shit you said when you were like 12 or 13. And it's like, we didn't have the chance to be able to like go back and do that or have people go back and do that to us because it just wasn't there. And like even then, like I remember having Facebook posts that were like me quoting lyrics that were fucking wild. That I just like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and delete this.
Yeah,
You know what
right.
I mean? Like it's just not, it kind of just a different era. So it was cool to see that. But you saw some other movies though.
Yeah, so that was last week. So this week, or no, last week too, I saw the movie Ma, which came out. Shouts to Octavia Spencer.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Man, that movie was bad, bro. So for the buckets, I don't know if they saw the trailer. It's about these high school kids also. Oh, there we go, in high school that come across this woman that's willing to buy them alcohol, and she kind of fronts it that she doesn't want them running around the town drunk, so she offers her house to be like the drinking corner headquarters, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So they love it, you know, being 16, feeling like, oh, they can drink and not get in trouble and stuff like that. It was really cool. So they would bring more friends over, and that was just kind of the party spot. People would start like asking Ma, like, oh, can we have birthday parties there? Can we have like graduation parties and stuff like that? And she loved it. But it was a horror movie, so without giving away all the spoilers, long story short, she comes across she has history with one of the kids' fathers,
Mm-hmm.
and you know that kind of turns things south. And like you see in the trailer, she definitely causes horror amongst us, some of the select friends that come to the house. But the problem with these horror films, bro, is there's so many opportunities for it to not take place that it's really hard to suspend your like reality and like your just common sense,
Mm-hmm.
because there's just so many parts that you're like, yeah, I guess this would be scary, but none of this would happen because I would do XYZ, right?
Right.
So yeah, like 2 out of 5 bucket hats, if that. Even the acting was kind of like,
What about Octavia Spencer? She's good.
she was good. She definitely was good. She made it seem like she was fucking weird as shit. And she made it seem like someone I wouldn't trust. And like, so like I said, the movie wouldn't exist. But yeah,
See,
uh,
I
yeah.
feel like, and not the typecast like Octavia Spencer because she's a great actress and amazing, but the movie probably falls apart initially because she does not look like anybody I would ever ask to get me alcohol. You know what I mean? At a store, like, and I'm just saying, like, I would never ask like an older black lady to buy me alcohol. Like, I would ask like somebody close to my age range, but like a little bit older. You know what I'm saying? Like kids in high school have avenues of getting booze, and it's usually somebody's older brother. You know what I'm saying? Like that older sister, or you know what I'm saying, a cousin, or usually it's like somebody who's like usually chilling out in front of the store all the time. You know what I'm saying? You don't just ask a random like well-to-do middle-aged person to buy you alcohol because like you can't ask me now to buy a high school alcohol because I'm like, yeah, I know the risks now, so I'm okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not worth the money to me, you know.
Nah. So that's what I'm saying. Like that's just not who a high schooler would ever ask to buy alcohol. So like that's where you already suspended disbelief, and I'm a minute into the trailer. So
You
you
would
know,
do it for your brother, though.
for not now, but like if I was 24 or 23 or something.
Mm. I mean, you could. You guess you could in a way. You could buy it and then bring it home. Like you wouldn't just buy it and then take it out front of the gas station. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, no, man. The movie itself is funny because there was definitely parts where like I was just like, yeah, this is stupid as shit. But I've been on a movie kick, bro. I love going to the theater now, eating the popcorn, the soda. It's the best.
I hope so. That's our damn like 40% of our podcast.
Somewhat, yeah.
Yeah, maybe like 30. Some isn't it's
Yeah.
a little bit of point.
It's block A, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I was I haven't seen the movie yet. I was contemplating. I did hear a lot of mixed reviews, and I'm not a big horror film guy anyway, so I may hold off on it. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like if
say
it was
wait till Netflix or whatever.
right, like if I heard it was good, I'd be more inclined. That's how I usually do. Like some of the movies that are a little more scary, but this seems more like scary and thriller. So that's where I'll watch them if it's like Us or Get Out. They get like crazy ratings and everybody enjoys it or at least makes them think.
I rewatched
Um,
on HBO. They had the Halloween with the 2018 one, and I rewatched that. I was like, that was really good. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I like that one, and I'm not see for some reason slasher films I'm okay with because I'm not I just not like I'm like all right, it's cool. Um, the shit that I really don't fuck with is like paranormal stuff. So like
Right.
Hereditary, I heard a lot of people hated that. I saw a lot of like some people really loved it, and a lot of people thought it was stupid as hell.
Or sci-fi. I'm not really like that. Like sci-fi
Anything,
murder shit.
anything with ghosts or demons or people being possessed, I'm just out on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm
Which is
Gucci,
funny
bro.
to say because I'm like, yeah, give me a realistic movie. And then when the movie comes out, I'm like, that's just too realistic, yo. Like,
There's a little sweet spot of
yeah.
not being too far fetched or too realistic, I guess.
The
But
next movie I'm waiting on is well, Lion King and shit like that. But beyond that, this movie Late Night, which is like one of those not low budget, but and not independent, but it's like the Amazon movies
hmm
or Amazon Studios. That's coming out with Mindy Kaling.
I think is it Amazon? See, I saw the preview. I saw like them talking about. I thought it was in theaters right now. Is it not?
So same shit with like Beautiful Boy. It got released in some theaters or some states
Oh, so it's like it's one
this
of
week,
those,
and then next week it's gonna be for everybody.
right? And that's the thing. Like those movies, like I guarantee, Late Night is pretty good. Book of Smart is pretty good. Long Shot was very good. Like they're coming out and they're good movies with like people in it that are like pretty high cast actors or directors, and they not making no money because it's summer blockbuster time. And you got all the Godzillas and the fucking and Rocket Man and John Wick and Avengers and fucking Lion King and Aladdin, and you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a hard time to drop movies unless you like one of those big blockbusters like that. You know what I'm saying?
And I will say, I watched. What's funny is I know that at the end of every Marvel movie, there's like the credit scenes.
Mm.
Someone made a video of the compiling all of them, and it was like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I feel like I understand all the movies now, bro.
There you go. It just took you 30 minutes.
Yeah, I kind of was just like, oh, I get it. They all in like different groups, and then each one has a gem, and then the gem controls different parts, and cool.
There you go. Another movie that I saw, since we're catching up on them, is I saw Rocket Man while I was away in New York. Which was it's the biopic for Elton John. Uh, I think it was the same director who did Bohemian Rhapsody, but if people didn't know, Bohemian Rhapsody was kind of there was two directors because Bryan Singer was the original director, and he's a piece of shit. So they got rid of him and replaced him with a different director. I can't remember his name right now, but I think he also did the Elton John movie. And even though I know a lot of people who did not like Bohemian Rhapsody, it wasn't very critically. I think it was basically mixed reviews or whatever. I saw it. I thought it was cool, but I thought it was really just kind of. It was basically just like, to me, it was one long music video for a Queen. You know what I'm saying? That's how I got it from that movie. And Rocket Man, I thought it was more kind of actually just showed us the life of Elton John, like showing us that like while he was making this music that everybody loved, and you know what I'm saying, what probably should have been the peak of his life, he was still going through a lot of shit. He had a lot of demons, you know what I'm saying, and like a lot of inner I guess turmoil with himself. And so, and that's, to me, that's that's what I see biopics for. Like I love the movie Ray. I know you've seen that, right?
Yeah, with Jamie Foxx.
Right. And like obviously it was cool showing like his background, but it also showed like, the struggle that he had. And to me, like I want to see that part of it. Like I don't like I already know they made the damn songs, like obviously. And to me, that was a difference. I know a lot of people like Katie said she enjoyed Bohemian Rhapsody more than Rocket Man, but I think that's just because you know what I'm saying. A lot of people like she might just like the Queen songs more than she likes the Elton John songs, and it just, you could just tell there was like a different feel in this one to where Bohemian, like I said, Bohemian Rhapsody was more just like, hey, this is when they made these Queen songs, you know.
Jamie Foxx did such a good job as Ray Charles that people were saying like we don't even need the Ray Charles anymore. We
That
got
shit was
Jamie.
wild. Dio out here.
Kind of like when J Lo was Selena. I was kind of like, all right, well, We
She
got
did look a
Selena.
lot like Selena, but
Yeah,
again,
it's weird.
but that's so blasphemous, bro. Because J Lo is not Selena at all. You know, like J Lo as a singer is very meh.
Imagine if we die, bro, and we got other people playing us. It's like, damn, they got some wild ass actors playing the
Right?
kid JB and DJ Butter.
The only thing good is like usually in a lot of the cases, the actor playing you is better looking than you. So it's like it's kind of flattering, you know.
Yeah, then I got like Jason Momoa playing me and shit. That's fun. Mm,
Like I got fucking Michael B. Jordan in a fat suit playing me. It's all good.
That's funny.
Uh,
But yeah, so that movie sucked, and then yeah, I'm looking forward to so I'm looking forward to some other movies.
not Rocket Man. Rocket Man was good. I'm giving that one 4 out of 5.
Okay, well to Katie it sucked, I guess. But yeah, so what about Godzilla preview, man? I don't know about that. I
I
thought
wanted to see Godzilla, and then I heard that nothing about it was good except for the fights, which is like that's all I cared about anyway. But then somebody else who I know, shouts to Paige, she's in the carpool, said she had a snap that she went and saw it and left the movie in the middle. And
that's
got
some gang, that's some
vouchers. Yeah,
90s shit.
yeah, and she got vouchers for a new movie. That's how bad she thought it was.
Dude,
So
why can't you do that shit for oh never mind. No, wow, I'm an idiot. Never mind.
wait, what? What are you gonna say?
This is stupid. I said, why don't you just buy tickets to a movie? Don't like walk out and get free vouchers, but you still paid for a ticket. So I'm stupid. Anyway, I know we like to pull a topic off Twitter and flesh that out.
Uh,
So people are asking like, how do dudes use a towel? Like, because if we wipe our balls at some point, like, and we start with our face, the next day, are
oh,
we using the same towel on our face? So for me personally, I actually use two towels out of a
okay,
shower. I rock one for my bottom and one for my top.
nice.
So then I don't really get in that trap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I actually saw like people were saying, I don't know, it was some dude trying to make fun of a woman, and then she came back with like, "Oh, niggas wash their balls and wash their face with the same bath rag or the same, you know what I'm saying, the same like what's it called, the dish not
Washcloth,
washcloth. There you go, same
dishcloth.
washcloth. I don't know why I was saying like dishcloth, but like yeah, same washcloth. So get out my fucking face with that shit, and I'm like, damn, that's fucked up. But like I have two separate washcloths, one for my body and then one for my face. And even then I still have like and I pretty much have three because I got one for my like, you know what I'm saying, my dick and balls and all that shit.
Right.
I'm like I'm just like weird about it. And I told people about this. They thought I was weird, like, damn, how bad you think that your balls smell or whatever, and I'm like, I don't really care how bad they smell. I don't want to wash my face with the same thing I'm washing my balls with, dude. You
Hey,
know what I'm
nah, push the ball back in their court and say, homie, how much does a fucking washcloth set you back that you can't buy a third one?
Exactly. I'm like, yeah, I'm just like, so like when it comes to the towel, I don't have two towels, but I basically have like a region to where I use the edges of the towel to wipe my face, and then I use like the inner part of the towel for like everything else. So
Right.
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I try to keep it separate as much as possible without wasting a bunch of towels. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like to use not the loofah, but the scrunchy shit for the body. And
Mm,
then I'm
I
just
got
OG with the face. I just use my hands. I should
yeah,
probably get a washcloth for my face.
yeah. I need to take better care of my face. 'Cause I've been breaking out. Like I went home and now I've been breaking out. But I went so I had to get my haircut. I not my normal barber, which was cool. The haircut came out fine, but you know how it is. You go to a different barber, they got different clippers. His the new barber's clipper might be biting or whatever. He used like one of those shavers that I used to use. I used like one time, and it like made me break out. You know what I'm saying? And so he used one of those, and I can't tell him mid shave to stop using
Right.
it because it's like it's already too late anyway.
You
You know?
know, I actually, that's funny you say that. I did go to a barber one time and they were fucking my shit up. And it was like giving me those red scratch marks.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yo, my man, actually, what you can do is you could just give me the, like, just hit my beard with the divider, like the line, and I could do the rest. because I'm about to go home anyway. Yada yada. I made some story up,
Mm.
and he's like, "All right, that's cool." And I literally walked out with just like my beard all patched up and shit.
Oh damn, yeah. See, I was like, I needed the haircut, and I was like, I knew like he pulled out one because it's like one of those like those shavers that aren't like an actual shave, but it's like rounded or whatever.
Right, I
Like
know what
you
you're
know what I'm
saying.
talking about?
Yeah,
And yeah, those ones always like make my skin like break out. And
right.
like he was using it, and I'm like, oh fuck. But I'm like, well, I need to cut, so I'll probably look good for a while until I start breaking out, and then of course, like under my neck's like all bumpy and shit, and like I got like a big like bump by my mustache. I'm like, great. So I'm about to start getting in my skincare regimen bag, you know, with all the face scrubs and I've been thinking about getting like some body butter anyway.
That
Like
shit's the
really
best,
take
man.
care of my skin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, some lotion on the face right before you go to bed. Especially me, I wear glasses, and that shit just weighs on my face.
Yeah, you gotta wash your face before you go to bed too.
Yeah, because you think about your nose also sticks out farther than anything on your face, so that should just be catching all the toxins in the air.
The first if you just whiffing around and catching all the toxins, bro.
Your nose is Mount Rushmore, just jumps on this shit.
Or
But then
like,
also another thing for towels, how many times do you use it before you wash it and like do laundry?
see, that's the thing I probably should get better at because I kind of just go with the smell test. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll use it until I'm like, oh, this smells kind of wild. So let me wash my towels. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. I don't never really clock it or count it, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Like so, if you try to hit me like when you do it, like every, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like with like our bed sheets, like we don't. There's no like set schedule that we do it. It just like after a couple weeks, maybe like you know a month and a half, maybe 2 months, we're like, yo, we definitely need to wash these bed sheets.
Yeah. Same with socks, man. I'll reuse them.
Nah, I don't do that. Sometimes to be fine though, because like if you ain't really do shit in them, I get that. But I still usually I'm like it's a one and done. Pants is the one though. Pants I don't because they get so weird when you wash them. You can't fit them.
I think they said some shit about jeans, like you're not supposed to wash them when you first get them. You wear them and then you don't wash them. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think you ever like it's the stankiest shit ever. But like I bought like these whole things of shorts like last year. I bought like these different they like I don't know how to describe the shorts, but like they're more like I guess they're like Japanese kind of. I don't know how to fucking pronounce the shit, but like they're nice shorts.
You're
And
in sumo pants, bro?
nah. I don't know what the hell they're called, but they're just like they were like a different style of short that I was done wearing the cargo and shit like that. And so I'm like, let me try these out, and I liked them. But and then I washed like one of them because I got a stain on it, and the shit like just it fucked the whole shorts up, and I'm like, well, I literally can't wear these anymore because now they went from like regular length shorts into 1970s ABA basketball shorts, and I'm like, well, I can't wear these without like showing cheeks like I'm Cardi B, so you know what I'm saying? So I guess I can't wear these motherfuckers. Um, so now I'm like, I don't know what the hell to do with these shorts because I got a bunch of pairs of them, and I'm like, I literally can't wash these bitches.
Damn.
Like I'm gonna have to like I don't know spot clean them or some shit.
Try cold water, man. Hot water shrinks the shit.
I don't know. I tried two, so I ruined two. The first one I ruined. I don't remember how I washed them, but I think the second one I tried to make it so like okay, I'll just do this and I won't dry it. I'll air dry it. You know what I'm saying? So they don't shrink and it still fucked it up.
I will say Arizona, the cool thing about that is like you can put wet clothes outside and that shit will dry in like 2 hours.
Yeah, I know, but it still fucked it up. So I was like, ah, shit. So
Yeah, sun fades and stuff, but
we gonna have to work it. But yeah, that's with jeans, bro. You wash jeans and it you don't I don't know who they ain't your jeans no more. They
right.
somebody else's, bro.
That's fine. Yeah, skinny jeans are tight though. No pun intended.
Like the joggers though, if you get the I got a couple pairs of joggers that I wash and they're fine.
I thought you say jogger jeans. I'm like, Capri's my guy?
No. Although some people could probably pull that off, but not me.
Yeah, no, not me either.
Like some people do it with the capri with the boat shoes and they got their fucking outfit and it's like, yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah, I don't got a boat, so I can't get boat shoes.
Yeah, that's a high thing right there. Like, how you even rock boat shoes? You're not even on a boat.
Right, fam. Same. Yeah. Tennis shoes, bro. You're not even playing tennis.
Yo, do you call it tennis shoes? I never call them tennis shoes.
Nah, I call them sneaks.
Yeah,
Some
I don't
sneaks,
know. I don't
man.
know where the origins of that. Who says that? But it ain't me, my guy. Um, but yeah, that rambling, I guess, pretty much tells us that we at our favorite portion of the week. Burr,
Burn,
burr,
burn, burn,
burr.
burn. We
That's
out
our
here.
in the background. Songs of the week, bro. What you got this week?
Well, I'm back. We back on the mic, man. I'm happy and excited. Taking a week off was weird. Having a Sunday off was weird, but we back. And I've been fiending to be on the mic. So shouts to Rakim and Eric B, microphone fiend.
Yeah, there we go. Here we go with the classics. Me, I'm gonna keep it. I guess not so simple because I've been gone. We've been gone for a week, so there's been a couple albums that dropped. I didn't get a chance to say anything about. But my song of the week off rip is "No Guidance." It's the Drake and Chris Brown song that dropped. It was actually leaked first, and I was kind of mad because I was in New York, so I couldn't, get to any of the websites to catch the leak. But if they finally put it on Spotify, and I heard it. It is pretty damn good, even though a lot of people still think Chris Brown's controversial, and I get that he is for valid reasons and things like that. But song wise, the song is pretty good. Some of the albums that could drop that I didn't get a chance to speak on. We had Future drop an album called "Save Me." Um, I've grown to like Future a lot more over the last couple of years, but I have never been. I mean, I'm not like super. I'm usually more for his like turn up shit, uh, and shit that I can really bang in the car, and not so much like when he dropped the double album Hendrix and Future. I didn't like the Hendrix side because there was a lot of slower things, and that's pretty much what this Save Me album is. I don't know if you saw the tweet jokes that dudes thought it was gonna be, about misogyny and shit, and ended up being Future talking about he want to buy chicks Chanel and shit. So, so yeah, it was definitely I got to listen to it some more, but I wasn't really feeling it as much as I did like the Hendrix album that came out earlier in the year. Tiger dropped an album. His album is called Legacy. I mean, he's been dropping bangers for the last pretty much 2 years or a year and a half, like random offshoot bangers. So if you've been fucking with those, like he got some shit on there that definitely hits. I feel like he's in his pocket now where he just knows the type of music that everybody kind of expects from him. You know what I mean? And it's funny because you get the criticism. Somebody's like, "Yo, this person just makes the same song over and over again." But sometimes it works out for you because it's like we don't really want to hear you do anything else. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Like with Wiz Khalifa, like I don't really want to hear Wiz Khalifa rap about anything other than weed.
Yeah, I like weed, money, and girls.
I'm okay with it, and like he can stay in that lane, and as long as he wants, you know what I'm saying. Like sometimes he jumps some songs, and I'm not with it, but I'm never like, yo, he needs to change up his style. You know what I'm saying?
Right, I'm cool with it. And
Right.
he said he smokes up to an ounce a day, which is crazy because that takes me like a month to smoke.
that's wild. I mean, he's never not high, but
Right.
yeah, some other shit that I'm gonna probably drop. Some of the songs on the pod. Coltrane dropped an album. He's a nice R&B singer. That shit's good. Lucky Day dropped a nice album that was good, even though there was some stuff from his EP that was still on there. T Grizzly dropped an album that he got produced with Timberland. I've listened to it twice. None of it's like stuck with me that much, but there's some good songs on there as well. I'm trying to think if there's anybody else who dropped that I'm missing out on. I don't know if you heard anything out in these streets, bro. Oh, Denzel Curry dropped an album called Zoo.
Oh, but I saw that what's his name? DJ Khaled was mad that Tyler the Creator made he like snitched on himself, man, in the sense he was like, I don't get it. He's like, Tyler Creator makes nothingness. You don't hear it. It's in random spots. And he's like my music's heard in barbershops and on the radio. It's like, bro, that's the exact point we make. You just make radio hits. These dudes are making music that people like actually have to go find and research, you know?
Right, and that's the thing is funny. That's hilarious. Like DJ Khaled has a song on this album where they literally just took the Miss Jackson beat and just had SZA on it, and I'm like, what is this? So, and I like SZA, but like, what? And that, it just I feel like DJ Khaled just coast off of getting these high profile like fucking features, and it'd be one thing if he was like, yo, I got these connections. I can get like these people on the song, and he was like, and he just like, yo, these people never work. These two people never worked together, but I honestly feel like they'd make a great song. And then he found the correct beat for him to go on, and then made a fire song. But that's not what he does. He basically just gets the people on a fucking song and like hopes that it works out just because these people are high profile names.
Right, man. That's why I say about people with podcasts that just bank on fucking guests. I'm like, y'all don't even do shit besides just be like, yo, we got The Rock on here, you know?
Right.
And then they
Right.
complain about being like, yo, y'all don't respect us. It's like, well, you don't gotta, all we care about is the guest, you know? Like,
Right. And it's like the guest is cool, but like if you're not doing something fun or cool with them, doesn't really matter. So
right.
that's how I feel about the last couple. Like, and he'll, every now and then he'll get something that pops. Like, he got lucky the last album that the fucking song with Rihanna and what's the guy who does that "Don't" song? The hell is it? Bryson Tiller, and it was basically just Maria, but it's Rihanna doing her shit. So it ended up working out. You know what I'm saying? But you like, bro, I don't know how we get these samples cleared. And I don't even know how he's not even making that much money if you're just taking the full beat and just like throwing extra drums in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is even the point of that?
I don't know. I gotta check it out.
Nah, you don't got it. You talking about the DJ Khaled album?
Yeah, no, check it out.
There's like 2 songs worth it.
All right. Well,
There's 2 songs on there that are good, and it's just a bunch of mid. And it's like, yo, like I get it. You got Lil Wayne and Jay-Z and Beyonce on the song, like, but like this song ain't good, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't do anything to make the song good. You just got high profile features. They all just sent you verses they already had. You know what I mean? But that's funny. Like I like the Tyler the Creator album. We already talked about that one. I shouts to Paige again, bringing her up. She was a big Tyler the Creator fan who didn't like the album, so it's kind of funny. I wonder because this is like his most successful album yet. So I mean, shouts to that. Shouts to Trav also. I don't think we shouted him out. Picking us up at the airport. Oh, I didn't even talk about my airport troubles.
shit, man. Well, did it give you anxiety, man? Shouts to the sponsors on this series.
Yeah, bro. If you suffering from anxiety, be sure to visit Sunday Scaries. Is it .com.org? I don't really know.
.com, and we got the promo code and everything. And yeah, man, even if you don't suffer from it and you got some indecisiveness or you just want to chill on a Tuesday while you're at work stressed out, also helps. And if you have a dog, bro, we were dog sitting the other day, and this dog was crying every day because it had separation anxiety. Started chewing up all of our blinds. So I was gonna use a CVS receipt as a fucking replacement. And yeah, so we got FOMO bones too, man. Shouts to Sunday Scaries. We out here to help you beat the scaries because I know everyone out here is anxious as fuck.
Yeah, make sure you use the promo code Bucket Up if you go to the website to get 10% off. You also got the link that we drop on our social medias. You can check that out and get all that shit together. But yeah, shouts to Tribe picking us up at the airport last night. It was a nice, fruitful visit back home, but obviously it ends in some trashness because we were supposed to leave New York yesterday at 5:00, like 5:30, have a layover in Minneapolis, and then fly home to Phoenix. Like it was supposed to be pretty quick. Get in Phoenix around 9:30 at night. And first, we checked the app, the Delta app, and our first flight is delayed to the point where when we landed, we were like, our other flight was already like boarding, and so we were like, "Ooh, that's a little shaky." You know what I'm saying? If it get delayed again, we might for real be fucked. And Katie, shouts to Sunday Scares again. Her anxiety was flaring up. Her and her dad was like going back and forth with it. And so, I was like, all right, so I guess we should change the flight because they let you do that on Delta supposedly for free. But then, like, the flight that I had to change it to, they only had preferred seats left. And so I had to spend 40 extra bucks to switch to a flight to Atlanta, then come to here. That was like late. It said it was supposed to leave at like the same time, but then, we got there and that flight got delayed twice. And so it ended up being like 3 hours later than it was supposed to go. So, and then for us to even get to Atlanta, we get to Atlanta, and then our second flight was delayed because one of the flight attendants for the flight apparently was stuck on another flight. So we had to wait like an hour for her to get to the damn airplane. I'm like, bro, if y'all don't just rotate somebody out, you know what I'm saying? So we were waiting in Atlanta airport forever. We finally get on that flight, and it takes us a while. All the while we're like letting Trav know that we were gonna get in late, and then we get whatever. We take the 3 hour flight, 3.5 hour flight back home. We get into the terminal, and bro, we were like waiting to like get out the plane, and the pilot makes an announcement like, yeah, they're having trouble with the like the bridge door, and so like we can't get people off the plane. We're like, what? And he was like, yeah, I guess the plane is too long, and we're like, what? We're like, yo, what the fuck you mean the plane is too long? Like,
He has not planned this out.
this is y'all plane. I don't know. This isn't. You know, you borrowed the plane and landed at a what? Like, huh? And then, we were literally stuck on the plane for an hour, dude, at the airport, waiting to get off.
Trash, dude.
Yeah, and then he comes back on. And he was like, "Yeah, so what we're gonna do? We're gonna move the plane back 2 feet so it lines up with the door." And I'm like, "It took y'all an hour to come up with y'all should probably line the fucking doors up. Are you fucking serious?"
Like, bro, I could have stood up and thought of that an hour ago, son.
Yeah, like, yo, he was out there, and the fucking pilot sounded like an idiot the whole time. He come on the announcers like, this is literally how he sound. So we're gonna hit, I guess, some turbulence. You guys should probably put your seatbelts on. And it's like, yeah, man, what the fuck? And so yeah, he was wild. He gave like 3 announcements, like, yeah, I don't really like they can't line the door up with the bridge, so I don't really know what's going on. We're like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about?
Was the turbulence bad?
Nah, it wasn't even that bad. He was just, I don't know, he was just a weird pilot. He just sounded dumb as hell. And then
he's like, did you guys see the new episode of Black Mirror?
Nah.
Like,
pretty much. And at the end, he was like, yeah, my 22 years of flying, I've never had this problem, like getting out, getting the bridge. I'm like, I hope not, because this is embarrassing as shit.
That's weird. That's weird.
Yeah, so shouts to Trav for waiting at the airport for an hour while we were trying to get off a goddamn plane.
That's kind of funny. Well, I mean, if you're stuck on the plane, man, I got Netflix on my phone, so that'd be cool.
Nah, I was aggravated because I was been flying and delayed all goddamn day.
Yeah, word. Yeah, fuck that. But hey, man, at least you put up with it. Again, thanks for putting up with me week in, week out. Looking forward to the summer, man. It's we got big events coming up. Fucking, like I said, shouts to the sponsors, shouts to all the buckets out there, shouts to my niece, Emmy Jade.
Hey.
Shouts to you and Katie. On coming back from your trip. I'm jealous you were home. I should be home in August or some shit. But other than that, man, volume 88 of the Bucket Up podcast. We out.
Cheer. I on the recap.
Yeah. Dude, Golden State's going to come back from 3-1.
I see you said that, and I don't think they're going to.
Is that cool as one I called one part so far?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm like, I don't really think they're about to.
You think they're going to win tomorrow?
I don't know. I mean, if they get the one game, then it's like, yeah, maybe they can. But I don't know. There's a lot against them. Like, Toronto pretty much they could have swept them. Like, because they definitely eked out that second game.
Dude, it was
and then getting smacked at home twice.
yeah, and Golden State's they were up at 1.2, you know?
Yeah, and then like then they got smacked the rest of the game. Like, yo, I did not see them losing game 4. And so like if the Raptors are that much better than them that they beat them twice on the road, I don't know. But again, who knows? I mean, maybe Kevin Durant comes back and they're a whole different team, but there's some problems. They can't really guard Toronto. They're not good defensively enough.
Kawhi is just a
They
beast,
are.
man. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Like I don't know, but they just where they at in their dynasty, which happens like when you win this much, everybody's expensive. You know, their fucking bench is garbage because they had to pay everybody. Like Curry's making $200 million. Clay's about to make a bunch of money. Kevin Durant's making a bunch of money. Draymond's about to make a shit ton of money. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you know what I'm saying? Their bench is
Boogie.
terrible. Boogie, yeah, the bench is terrible, and everybody else who isn't their terrible bench is hurt.
Well,
Like,
that's why I'm like, I mean, I guess is Boogie still hurt, kind of, you know?
yeah, like there's no way he's 100%, 0%.
Right. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I just
Like, he's not 100% now. Klay Thompson got a hamstring. Even if Kevin Durant comes back, there's like, dude, just practice. Like, there's no way. Now him at like 50% is better than those bench players because they garbage.
dude, Kawhi, if they win, he could have just as many rings and MVP, Finals MVP as Durant.
Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, and it's weird because that first one that they won, it was like I don't even know if he was good in that run, obviously,
It was
but
his defense because he
yeah,
won. I think he won Defensive Player of the Year that year too.
yeah, and they were crediting him for slowing down LeBron, but it was like LeBron still wasn't like it wasn't like he really slowed down LeBron. That Spurs team just blew them out of the water. They could have gave the Finals MVP to Danny Green that year because I remember he hit like 83s or some wild shit.
Yeah, those were good, man. I don't know. This is just exciting, but I will say, dude, you got to admit, like this finals already has parity and different theatrics than the last 2 years. I mean,
Yeah, no, it was just good to see something different in general.
yeah. But
And like going into the series, I can't pick against Golden State because like it's just hard because they've been winning. But I'm like, well, everybody was kind of saying that the Raptors were gonna get smacked, and I was like, yeah, I don't know about that. Like that the two teams that they beat the Sixers in 7 games. That Sixers team was real good, and then that Bucks team I really thought was gonna win the championship, and they beat them 4 times in a row. So I'm like, this Raptor team has to be pretty fucking good. You know what I'm saying?
and
So
dude, what about that's gonna be crazy for I think what if they go to Game 7 though, and then they win the Raptors win Game 7? That'd be
that'd be
that'd be
funny.
wild,
But
dude.
again, they got home court, so it's
Right.
like it's kind of hard for me to. That's where I'm at. It's like the Raptors look so much better than them, and like the Warriors are hurt, and they got home court. So it's like not only the Warriors have to overcome that they hurt, and that the team's playing better than them, and that they only got one. If they win the next game, they only got one more home game, and they have to win. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I don't know. Maybe they get. I wouldn't be surprised if they beat them in Toronto and then still lost Game 6.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I
Would
think
be a wild way to go out because this is the last year in Oracle.
yeah,
Like, they lose two or three
losing Game 6, all the fans like, why the fuck did you bring us back here, man?
It'd be wild. Let's see. So what we talking about? We had me going home. I guess you can do that one. And I'm glad we came back on the Saturday and not like today would have sucked.
Yeah, traveling and then not having like a day to chill sucks.
Yeah.
I was laughing yesterday because I be getting mad sometimes because like little stupid shit happens to me, like stub my toe or bump my elbow or some shit. And yesterday, uh, I was just driving and got a root beer float from Sonic, and I just grabbed it like too hard, and it just spilled like all over me, and I just started like maniacally laughing type shit. And Joel was like, "What's so funny?" I was like, "Man, because like usually I'd be so mad in this situation, like, this always happens to me, you know."
And
But
you,
like, I was just like, who the fuck asked me to get a root beer float? You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'd be telling a homie if he was like complaining, like, "Yo, this shit always happens to me." It's like, fam, who the fuck said you had to get a fucking little stupid root beer float?
No, I get that. Cause that's how I feel. Like even when we were on the plane, and the guy was like, "Oh, we got to move 2 feet back to line up the doors." I just started laughing because I'm like, "That's so dumb that I can't do anything but laugh at that."
Yeah, I know, fam.
Um, let's see. Movies, Book Smart, Rocket Man, and my drying off. Or how you use the towel after a shower. What else? I know we talk about other shit. DJ Khaled spazzing anymore. DJ Khaled not being the best.
Not being the best. DJ Khaled finding out we not the best.
And he's like, not another one, another 2. All right, here we go. Oh, I always forget to put the little. It's not like wild to look at. Okay, so I'll say on today's episode of the Bucket Up Podcast, and then you say Ty returns from New York, and then I'll say the parallels of talking to drunk people versus stoned people, and then you'll say we review the movies Booksmart, Rocket Man, and Ma, and then I'll say how we use the towel after the shower, and then you'll say DJ Khaled not being the best and more. Cool.
Yeah. And then, do you want to do a drop for the for Sunday Scares or what?
I was just gonna take the one I used from the last episode and just
Yeah, that was actually not the flex. My show was good on that one.
no, it was good. So I'm like, I'm gonna just take that and use it for every pod.
And dude, I sound so stupid. I emailed them just being like, yeah, nothing salty. I was just like, hey, touch and base type thing. They were kind of told me like let them know when my package is running low because they said they'll send us one like once a month.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, hey, just touching base, everything's great. Just to let you know, the sour dots are my favorite. I'm running low, LOL type shit. And I definitely spoke too soon because that night I came home and there was a package waiting for me.
Wow, that's crazy.
I was like, oh shit. So, have they been sending you them?
I haven't checked the mail since we haven't checked the mail yet.
Oh, okay, cool.
Hell knows. I mean, it's probably more than a week's worth of shit in there.
That's so
No man
funny.
probably hate us.
But all right, cool. Well, yeah, let's do the shit.
Okay. On today's episode of the Bucket Up Podcast,
Ty returns from New York.
The parallels of talking to drunk people versus stone people.
We review the movies Booksmart, Rocket Man, and Ma.
How we use the towel after we get out the shower.
DJ Khaled not being the best, and more.
We not the best.
Another two.
All right, cool. All right, homie. I'll catch you later.
All right, man. Hit me up. I'm about to get stoned and eat.
Cool.
My new meal prep at work has been like I just get those little pretzel buns or like little buns at the grocery store, and then make little turkey sliders.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? Microwavable bacon, little BLTs.
Ooh, BLT sliders, fire.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's what I forgot to tell you. I went to the soup place. Or not soup place. I went to Santan Brewery, and they had a buffalo chicken soup, bro.
Oh,
And
that sounds amazing.
and it was cream. The broth was cream, blue cheese based.
Ooh,
So it was like a clam chowder, but blue cheesy.
that sound like a lot though.
It was. Every bite was like a little much, but it was good. I thought of you when I had it, bro.
Yeah, I'd definitely try that shit. I've been meaning to go there actually.
Yeah, it's good as shit. But yeah.
I bet.
All right, catch you later, man.
See you, homie.
Peace.
Songs of the week. Another bucket hat movie review. Another bucket up movie review. Another bucket up movie review. Tales from the tweets. A bucket up quick question. The bucket up question of the week. And another thing.